Decipher time.
Tommy in Decipher.
Y'all know what Decipher is?
Decipher. Decipher on 89.3 WPFW.
Yo, it's WPFW 89.3 FM. It's most definitely the Holla Back crew, and it's most definitely, what did I do with that switch? It's most definitely Saturday. Yes, I hit it right. Technical difficulties, I'm just saying. Look, this is the week of, what is it, Thanksgiving. And as I'm just saying, every year for the past, 13 years, we've always said, what are you thankful for? So I want people to holler back at 202-588-0893 if you want to holler back and just tell us what you're thankful for. No politics, no mean stuff, no drama in the news. I'm not even talking about all the cray-cray stuff that's been going on in the news, because I can even just go there. And that'll be enough for a show, but I don't want to do that. So pick up the phone at 202-588-0893 and holler back and tell us what you're thankful for. Here on the Holla Back Show, got Miss Fancy, DJ Candy Crush, we got Miss Jada, and we have a special guest, Mr. Paul Cruz, and he is fantastic. He's handsome, he's smart, he's brilliant. So we're going to be chatting with him today, and he's going to tell us what he's thankful for too. But at the same point in time, let's see. Let's talk about something. I want somebody to holler back at me real quick. Hey, Candy Crush, you want to tell us what you're thankful for real quick? That'd be good. Come on, tell everybody what you're thankful for. That you don't have to wear a weave. All your hair is yours. I mean, something. Tell everybody. Go ahead. Go on, sugar. Go on, bubblegum. Take the mic. Just life. That's a real cop-out right there. Just life. And walk away from the mic. I mean, at the end of the day, I could say I'm grateful for the smidgen of friends that I do have, people that I can actually call friends. One thing that I had told everyone out there, and even on Facebook and even on Instagram, stop texting. Pick up the phone and tell somebody hello. Tell somebody that you love them or just check in on them versus having it to that point where you think that texting and sending a message is enough. People have lost their relationships, divorced, no longer friends anymore off of Facebook and text messaging because it's a big cop-out. You know what I'm saying? So I took heed to my own advice and I picked up the phone. And it's this app called Marco Polo. I don't know if you guys out there are familiar with it, but I can do a visual message to you and then you can visually back and say whatever you want to me. And I took my big girl pill and I reached out to some folks that have been heavy on my heart and on my mind, and come to find out what I thought wasn't even the case and everything was gravy. So I'm saying, come out and, just take a moment and just say, you know what? I don't know if they remember. I don't know if it is what it is, but I'm going to reach out to so-and-so. Pick up the phone and reach out to someone. That's enough to be thankful for. Because maybe you get something off your chest, maybe they get something off their chest, and maybe it's nothing to get off. It's just, hey, I'm checking in. I miss you. I miss you too. I love you too. Because you know what? Half the stuff that we're mad at somebody about, we totally forget. You know what I'm saying? So pick up the phone, folks, at 202-588-0893. It's the Holla Back Show here on WPFW 89.3 FM. Pick up the phone. Tell me what you're thankful for. That's a good thing. Paul, this man has a lot to be thankful for. So when you listen to him, I may just go take a break. Get some mints. Maybe run down to 7-Eleven. Something like that. Yo, who's this?
Yeah, this is Randy, and I want to share my gratitude. There's a free improv festival tomorrow. Free dance improv at the 14th Street Dance Club.
All right.
It's at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. They totally rehabbed this place. It used to just be a hollowed-out shell. People, the community came together there on 14th Street.
Mm-hmm.
And so starting at 10 o'clock, every 2 hours, it's like a different free improv dance class.
That's nice.
Yep. So it's really something to be grateful for, and great stuff going on there.
Wonderful. That's 10 a.m. to what?
Till 4 o'clock.
Cool. So now repeat that again so everybody can hear you one more time.
Yeah, the Dance Loft on 14th Street. And so just Google, you'll get the website, Dance Loft on 14th, and you'll see the big improv festival tomorrow, all day.
Cool. Thank you, caller. You have a happy Thanksgiving, all right?
Yeah, big blessing. All
right.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Yo, who's this?
My name is Danny Coates.
Hey, Miss Coates, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm fine. What you thankful for, Miss Coates?
Honey, I am thankful because I have a roof over my head.
Yes.
I'm not homeless.
Yes.
I have activities of my limbs.
Yes.
I want to thank God for my son. I want to thank God for his son.
Amen.
And God bless you. And every day is Thanksgiving. I don't wonder why people just, say November the 7th, it's Thanksgiving, but every day is Thanksgiving.
That's right.
He woke me up this morning. I thank God for letting me see a day that I never seen before. I can walk, I can talk, and I can see, because a whole lot of people, haven't got the privilege of doing that.
That's right.
God bless you, and I love you here.
I love you too.
All right.
All right. Yo, who's this?
Yeah, this is Red Eagle. What's happening, man?
What's going on? What you thankful for, son?
Man, DC Panthers, semi-pro team, just won the championship tonight and brought the championship back to the South Side.
Wow.
So I'm so thankful for that. It ain't even really set in yet, but I'm so thankful for that because we worked so hard all year to get this championship.
And you're going to work hard again for next year. It ain't over. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't stop.
We gonna keep the championship in DC. We gonna keep it.
That's right. Keep that door open. All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Peace.
Peace. So pick up the phone, folks, at 202-588-0893. It's the Holla Back Show here on WPFW 89.3 FM, and it's your girl Noodles. And every year we do the same thing. I love doing it right before Thanksgiving. I just want to know what you're thankful for. Sometimes people forget. Some people put stuff to the side and neglect to realize that it could be worse. You know what I'm saying? Or, I had some of my friends say, I don't even look at the news. I'm like, dude, you got to look at the news even for the first 15 minutes. Just to know what's going on around you and just turn that negativity into a positive. You know what I'm saying? Just think about how it could have been, or sometimes the outcomes are good. Sometimes, it is what it is. It's where we live. It's our communities. You know what I'm saying? So I think I want to take a music break. Nope, Candy Crush told me I couldn't, so I'm going to talk. But I think we should just get Mr. Cruz in on this. I'm just saying, I want to get his opinion and all that good stuff. And I want Paul to introduce himself. All right? I think that's really important. Let me pull this away for you so that you can do your mic check. 1 2 1 2.
So we got good vocals in here or no?
Yeah, everybody can hear you.
That's well, look at this. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm on there. So I'm going to be thankful for that. I want to be thankful for the fact that you brought me here. So thank you for bringing me here.
Yay.
I just want to say thank you for, my family. My wife is 14 weeks pregnant today.
Yay.
So I am thankful for that. Beyond that, my wife is my business partner. She's my life partner and everything. My son, we got another one on the way. We don't know what it is yet. So I'm thankful that everybody's excited.
It's a girl, and you name her Michelle. That's it.
Now it's on the air, so now I got to live up to that.
That's right, Michelle.
If somebody calls and says that I have to live up to that, then I guess that's what it is.
Pick up
so
the
that's
phone.
A caller.
So let's talk about you in celebration of life and what you do. Tell the listeners who you are and what you do.
So I'm originally from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I grew up in South Bronx, which is where I think every Puerto Rican comes from there. So I grew up in the same neighborhood as J-Lo. I didn't know her. If I did, my life would be a very different situation probably.
Probably.
And then I moved down to Miami, and so I guess I'm a product of two different environments, a completely different environment. And then I joined the Army, so I did that. I did 8 years active duty, and then after that I decided to come out to D.C. and try my hand at some of this stuff, wearing suits and doing stuff like that. So I went into gray. I'm still in the reserves, though.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing. And then I got tired of working for big businesses instead of saying, what about the little guy? What about people in the community and stuff like that? And I decided to start working for them on the side, doing business with small businesses. And so I started my own thing. So I do business consultation for entrepreneurs and basically try to help small businesses either start or succeed. And for me,
you are
it's
so humble. You just missed the big piece.
What's the big piece on there?
The movie stuff, dude.
I'm a go. See, I you know what? I'm not trying to drop a dime. You know if anybody hasn't seen it, The Rock's got a movie coming out in May of 2018 called Rampage. Now, I know you know video game stuff, so you know the video game from back in the day with the big old gorilla, the lizard. And
he keeps growing. No.
So I used to play that game like crazy, and I thought when I heard that was the movie that was about, I was like, no way, that is not. They're doing that?
Yep.
But The Rock agreed to it, so I'm like, he has to be having fun with this. So my wife signed me up for a casting call. They actually called me up. And then when I got there, it was one of the strange things where I didn't do what they supposedly told me to do. And I was just talking to people on the set. And the guy who was like, he was checking the uniforms. I was playing like an Air Force soldier, I'm in the Army, so that was like real hard for me. I put on the Air Force uniform and I was crying.
Shut up.
I almost turned it down. I was like, I don't think I can do this. But it's a big deal. Anybody, if there's a caller who comes in and says they're in the military, if they're in the Marine Corps or the Army and say that they're going to put them in an Air Force uniform, they'll cry.
Really?
But then when I was like, I'm going to be on set, never mind. I'll put it on.
Do it.
So I ended up getting there and speaking to the military advisor. I was like, how did you get into this? And he was like, Instagram. And I was like, wait, hold up, what? And so I spoke to him and he was like, what do you want to do here? Like, you don't seem like the type, you're just in this environment. I was like, I don't believe in that line. Like, you're telling me here's the line, I'm going to cross it, and then we'll find out what happens. So I'm a habitual line stepper. So I went through the situation, and I was like, next thing you know, they were moving screens, and they put, like, this light up on me, and I'm like, do I have a close-up? Am I in these scenes? And so I kept joking. I said, I know for sure if my face is in the first trailer, because the first one's always a small one. Yeah. You don't really find a whole lot of information. If you can see my face in that first trailer, that's it. You can see me in the movie. And so when that trailer came out like 2 nights ago, something like that. At 1 minute and 11 seconds, yes, I know that. At 1 minute and 11 seconds, in the top left, I am sitting on the computer, on the top left screen, sitting down.
Aww.
So I was like, I screenshotted it, circled myself. I was like, I'm going to be humble, but I'm going to post this.
Ding. Let me ask you something. What keeps you, now, I'm going to ask you this, drive and ambition to be a multitasker. You and your wife are like partners in crime. I noticed that you guys are on the same team, but what keeps you driven? What keeps you going, and what makes you take that big boy pill and not conform to just one thing?
I think life and the way I was raised, my family. I grew up in a very different environment. My great grandparents were raised in my house, so I have like old school vibes. It's like I was raised in like rather than just being a family, it was more like a community. Like my aunts and uncles, everybody was involved. Everybody had they brought something to the table. And so one thing I guess my great grandfather showed me was that it was about tenacity. Like, he would do something, and he's going to do it. And so he would find a way to do it, and it was always family was important. And family isn't just blood. There's plenty of people in my family that found out later in life weren't related, but it was like that community, that group.
That's right.
So I guess my drive is my family. Like, I love everybody in my family. They motivate me.
So sometimes you're saying family first.
That's how I look at it.
Do you feel that a majority of households nowadays don't see family first? With all that's going on nowadays? I
think it's different because I think, like you said earlier when you were talking about talking on the phone, we don't talk to each other the same. Now we think we're communicating with somebody because we sent them a message.
Right.
Because I liked your picture, that means we still talk. Like, I see that person all the time.
No, you don't.
You see that picture, or you saw whatever they wanted to show you, but did you actually talk to that person and ask them, how are you doing?
No.
And I think that's the thing. And so with my family, there's been times where I've done the same thing, where I was like, man, I really haven't called. Maybe I should do that. And it's difficult when you, and especially when you have that drive. But if I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I realize somebody was on my mind, I don't know that they're going to be there at 6 o'clock. So I'll send a text message. Hey, call me when you wake up. Hey, just wanted to let you know I thought about you. And I think that's what that drive, where that comes from.
I'm trying to do that nowadays. My circle is very, very small, though I know a lot of people. My circle is very small, and it becomes kind of frustrating after a while because, you want to make new friends, and you have people saying, well, when you get to a certain age, you don't want a lot of friends, and, you get to a certain age and they say, that's not wise to have many friends at all and just keep your kids and your husband near you and la 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 la. But I think depending on different situations, you need certain friends. I just think that it's really important to have. But nowadays, man, you don't know who to trust. Because do you feel, let me ask you, Paul, because this is me. Do you feel sometimes that social sites are the manipulators because we allow them to be? Like, we have control how serious we want to take Facebook. We have so much control over how we want to take Instagram and Twitter and all this other stuff. But if we let it get out of control, do you think that becomes the manipulator of how we think and process things daily? Do you think it's overdone now?
I think humans are humans, and I don't think we've changed all that much that we think we have. I think the tools that we use are different, but I like, when you watch movies where you always have, like, the robots take over and, like, it's like, Skynet or the Matrix, the robots are going to come and kill us. I would think what would actually probably happen if the robots, like, if we had AI, they would just dip, just bail. Like, you know what? I'm tired of y'all. I'm out.
That's it.
And it's probably the same reason the aliens haven't come, because they're like, oh, man, they still doing the same thing.
That's right.
They still killing each other. And then they just bounce. And they're like, you know what? Oh, I gave you a microwave, and I'll come back in like 50 years and check what you've done with it. Oh, they're making bombs? Like, what are they doing? Like, that's how I feel. So, I mean, I don't know. If the aliens are listening, like, we ain't all that bad, bro. But that's kind of how I look at it. So I think we sometimes let the idea of the technology exceed. Like, when the phone was invented, did people stop communicating, or did communication get better? Did they have the same kind of conversation? I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine that with what we have, I think it really boils down to how we use it. Like, sometimes I have to stop and think about, I have my phone, and I don't know half the crap this thing does.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got to go and Google and be like, you know what? I really need to use my phone better.
Right.
And I think that's how we need to be with everything. We have all this stuff, but we're getting it too quick.
I noticed that it's families nowadays that are making this pact that when they are at the dinner table, they put away their phones. So they can engage in more conversation. I know that more families are learning how to put the phone away when they're all together. You know what I mean? One thing that my pop said to me before he passed away is, you pay your phone bill so you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. I think some people think that they have to be summoned to every bit of technology and forget what they're thankful for.
You know what? I can actually vouch for that specifically, because when I joined the Army, I joined in 2004, and the Army changed drastically from that time to now. So whereas all of a sudden overnight it was like you were able to be contacted 24/7, so you were suddenly accountable. I mean, yeah, you're still accountable at that time, but if I didn't answer my phone when you text me within 5 minutes, it was like, oh, you didn't get the message. Like, no, I mean, 3 days before that, you had to come to my house and physically knock on the door. And so it's like, what is going on here? So I agree with that. Me and my wife, we people watch. So we'll go out to dinner and we'll look at other people and we're like, look, they're not in love. They're talking, they're on their phones. Oh
my gosh, I don't know how many times I've seen us go into a restaurant and everybody's terrible posture. Everybody's developing terrible posture because they're slumped over looking at gadgets.
Yep.
And they get irritated when you're trying to have a conversation with them because they put the technology first.
And I think that's the thing. Like, you're sitting in front of a person. Like, what did you even leave your house for? To come to dinner, for you to be on your phone? Like, you can't disconnect.
I know. That's right.
It's anxiety. I think I read a couple things where somebody said, do not check your phone first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed. Yeah. Because first thing in the morning, it'll set you up with anxieties.
Yep. Best thing is to have a good conversation, a good vibe.
Yep.
And then take it from there, whatever that good vibe will be. I ain't gonna lie though, I be looking at, so I got friends that they look at the Hallmark Channel. I be like, why do you want to cry before you go to bed? Like, everything on there is freaking sad. Like, but when it comes to me, I have to look at Bloomberg or Shark Tank or something that's dealing with money and being successful to see somebody win. You know what I'm saying? Seeing somebody win makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? And for that, I go to sleep very well.
Some people there's a lot of haters out there, though. Some people love that drama, and they don't want to admit that they do. They think, I like drama because I'm, resonating with that person. Or no. You like it because you like seeing this. It's the same reason people love watching the Kardashians. Like, you just want to watch. That's the whole thing, too. With reality TV, I don't really get it. I don't want to watch somebody else live their life. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
True.
Like, I want to spend my time figuring out, like, if you got that, I'm going to watch that for 5 minutes, go, okay, how am I going to go get that?
True, but I'm still trying to understand the science of what they do.
Oh, I mean, it's I mean, I agree with it. They've got it down packed. They really do.
It's kind of depressing, Paul. Like, seriously, when I look at the Kardashians, sometimes I look at them as an addiction because I'm totally oblivious to why and how they're such a big deal. They can't sing. They can't do nothing.
They have made a career out of having no talent, but yet maintaining attention.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
it.
I think. And
have you seen their butts? Like, their butts are so ugly. I was looking at the Kardashians the other day, and I was like, they look pretty from head to waist. Have you seen their butts? It looks like matchboxes or something. It's totally awful.
It's all the work, man. Like,
I don't want this to be about butts, but I'm just saying.
Somebody's thankful for butts right now.
Miss Fancy just entered the building, so now we have Miss Fancy in the building, too. So we have the whole crew reaching out. So, folks, pick up the phone at 202-588-0893. It's the Holla Back Show here on WPFW 89.3 FM, and we're talking to Mr. Paul Cruz. And he is phenomenal, and he's going to talk some more about that entrepreneurship and everything to get that third eye open, to get you ready for 2018. One thing I've always said to my listeners, Paul, you can do whatever you want to do. You can use your day job as a platform to fund your dreams. Stop saying that your job is making you miserable, your job is not making you happy, because when you signed on your W forms and I-9s and all that to take the job, you had never signed a piece of paper saying that job is supposed to make you happy. It's not realistic.
No.
When you get off work, you reignite yourself and you make it happen. And you're a wonderful example of that happening.
Well, I appreciate that.
So we want to chime into that more, but we about to get into this mix real quick with DJ Candy Crush and let her crush it for a few. And then we're going to come back on air with Miss Fancy and Paul Cruz and your girl Noodles. It's WPFW 89.3 FM. All right, holla. Yo, it's WPFW 89.3 FM. Excuse me for clearing my throat. It's Thanksgiving week, and so many people say, you know what, I'm not going to celebrate it because of the pagan energy and all that other stuff. But you know what? That whole process of thinking when it comes to Thanksgiving is totally different. Like, people are using this platform of Thanksgiving and this holiday to actually come together, heal wounds, eat together, do the olive branch, and just spend time and relax. So what was celebrated probably in the 1800s or the 50s and the 60s and maybe even the 70s is not the same anymore. Part of that too is in regards to education of our kids being educated about the true meaning of Thanksgiving. They haven't been. So all they know is a holiday, eating, and being thankful. So I'm going to stick with that, all right, Paul?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Anybody disagree, hit me up at 202-588-0893. Anybody who disagrees, pick up the phone. Talk to me, man. It's all good. At the end of the day, too, I want you to pick up and tell me what you're thankful for at 202-588-0893. It's the Holla Back Show here on WPFW 89.3 FM. We got Miss Fancy and Paul Cruz and Miss Jada and DJ Candy Crush and your girl Noodles. I got a caller on the line. I'm going to take this caller. Don't you fuss at me. But I said at the end of the day, you know, like, I'm looking forward to being off on Thursday and cooking for my family. Now, I know the history. I understand what the Indians went through. I understand how they were misled. And it was at a feast.
What's up?
Yo, who's this?
Yusef.
What's going on, Yusef?
Hey, no, it's Noodles.
Yeah, it's Noodles. What you thankful for, Yusef?
Huh?
What you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my health.
That's good.
You know what I mean? I'm thankful for my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm thankful for the God, Allah.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Just overall, man, just being alive today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Seeing things. You know what I mean? Observing, learning. You know what I mean? Respecting people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Seeing how that come back and reflect on that. You know what I mean? it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing, man. You know, living in the world today. You know what I mean? I see how everything just unfolded. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. It's beautiful to be alive today.
That's true.
You know what I mean? God granted us the sight, the vision, the understanding, the wisdom, knowledge. You know, but now on the up and up though, Noodles.
What's up?
Yo, when I was up north, right, I had called you, and it was a pledge drive, and y'all was setting out like garment, like clothing, and you sent me a Riker gem, like a R on a sweater. It was a black sweater, a Riker gem, and a kufaya. Yo, I can't forget that, man. I was like back in 2013.
You can't find it?
Huh?
You can't find it?
I still got it.
What?
Nah, man. I got this junk on my chair right now. I'm gonna wait for it to start getting cold so I can rock it around my neck.
Put that joint on. Hurry up. Stop playing. Yeah.
Nah, man.
I do.
Well, I really appreciate you, though, Noodles. You know, especially when you be putting some of that good house music on. You know what I mean?
It's coming.
Yeah, man. But you gotta give them the Jungle Brothers sample, though.
All right, I give him some.
You know what I mean? Some of that buddy. I want some of that buddy.
Okay. All right, baby.
All right, Noodles. One love.
One love. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Peace.
All right. Yo, who's this?
Yes, peace, sister. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I just want to say this off the top. There was 100 million indigenous people who we call Indians today in America.
Yep.
100 million. There's less than 2 million today. I wonder are they going to sit down and eat turkey and give thanks for killing their men, women, and babies outright by this European man.
Yeah.
I wonder, there's a book by Barshango called African People in European Holidays, Mental Genocide. I don't know if you ever heard of it, 1 and 2. Very good book. He goes into the direct history of what took place with these people. And we said, what you said is cool, as far as sitting down with black families and giving an olive branch for the problems that we have in the family. But to celebrate a European holiday, you got to be a damn fool by now to understand that these people haven't loved us and they will never love us. Specifically the young black male. Specifically the young black male.
You know what?
The way they're killing us on tape and we don't get no justice. We see murder and we get no justice. It's insane, sister, to celebrate any Caucasian holiday. I ain't did none in over 40 years, and I thank Almighty God a lot because I got 6 children and 5 grandbabies. And you can't pull the wool over their eyes with that madness.
You know why? Because you're a great parent.
Now, well, sister, we need to teach truth like you said to the youth.
A lot of people are not teaching. And that's why I'm saying the whole perspective of Thanksgiving is commercialized and people
absolutely
and
money.
No one understands where it came from, and so what we have now shifted into doing. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You can look at the fact of the Redskins. And
yes, ma'am.
And so how that's such an insult, because in the 1800s, when the black man and the Indians were coerced to come down and build Georgetown and the monuments and so forth, they had body pots they were boiling us in after we did the work. Now, after we built Georgetown and after we built downtown, they boiled our bodies, sodomized our wives, and killed our children. Now, this information is in a book called The History of the District of Columbia. So, so when we look at that, that's why I have a problem with the name Redskins. But back to the.
Well, let me tell you, sister. Let me tell you where the name derived from. It's in the same book, Barshango 1 and 2. What happened was in the 1600s, the Caucasian was killing the Indian, and they would give you 10 cents for the scalp. But being that the Caucasian has black hair and some of them have red hair.
So
they were killing each other and getting the 10 cents. So they changed it to the red skin. You had to get the forehead to get 15 cents.
Yeah, that's
so they wanted the red skin.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
It's real, sister. It's real.
It is. Well, you have a
We just don't know the history.
Well, make sure you get some relaxation this week, okay?
Yes, man.
Right,
yes,
baby.
man.
All right, holla. That was a deep one there.
Hey.
Yo. Hello.
Hi, Lady QM.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I heard your name is Noodles. I have heard your music.
Hey, girl.
I've never heard the start of your show or anything, but
Yes.
I'm with you tonight, and
Hey.
I feel the vibe from the music.
Girl, you about to listen to some house music soon.
I know, and I'm going to be driving somewhere and ain't going to be able to dance.
Girl, you
I'm
better pull
turn it
over.
low.
Look, you better pull over. No,
I'm turning it low. Ain't no pull over where I'm going to be. But look, I don't mind, not at all, celebrating however the holidays are put on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you're going to put holidays on the calendar for the right way it should flow, then every day going to be for you and me and them, if you're a child of God. Now, when you throw me a turkey, I can't bark back because I was born on 2:05 a.m. turkey morning.
Good Lord. Happy birthday.
Every year, fall, it's going to be Saturday.
Happy
It's gonna be
birthday to
us.
you. That's right.
To the us, U.S.
U.S., all right.
If we get to celebrate another birthday, it's a good thing. But I'm telling you, when a leader take you down the road of mud, walk for the clear water and walk through and get it off because he ain't in charge. If you read Proverbs 16:4, out Noodles.
All right, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yo, it's WPFW 89.3 FM. It's the Holla Back Show here. We got my man Paul Cruz as our special guest tonight. We have Miss Fancy, we have Miss Jada, DJ Candy Crush, and your girl Noodles. And I'm telling you, you can holler back, 202-588-0893, and tell us what you're thankful for, because in a few minutes, DJ Candy Crush is about to make that mix that people are sitting back waiting for. Now, Paul, we were talking earlier, and we're talking about that whole perspective of, being thankful and getting your mind right for the new year, and speaking about that entrepreneurial perspective that all of us can take, because there's a situation that I'm aware of, Paul, and I'm going to give you an example. You work in a job every day that you're only working on commission, and for the first month you ain't make a dime. What do? Do you blame the company because you haven't made any money, or do you become proactive and find an hourly wage job where you can make some money?
Well, I think about it that way, in that what is the end state? So, like, what is your long-term goal versus your short-term goal? So, like, a lot of people say, oh, I want to make money. Money to me is not a goal, it's a resource.
Mm-hmm.
So with money, if I say I want to reach a certain amount, once I get there, then what? Then I stop? Then I become complacent?
No.
Then I just settle down? And I say that's the thing. Most people, when your goal is money, when you hit a certain number that's comfortable for you, you start chilling.
You conform.
That's it. And so, like, for me, I watch, I have a YouTube channel, so if people want to check my YouTube channel, just head hashtag Don'tKnowYet. It's DONOYT. I came up with the idea because when I first was trying to start my business, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I was like, I don't know yet. So if you type in
don'tknowyet.com.
So if you hit that, it'll take you to my, not only that, this website will actually link to my YouTube channel so you can see that. So don'tknowyet.com. And then how I thought about that was, when you do those things, when you're coming up with the idea of where you're going to go, set that standard for yourself and say, okay, if I reach this, then I'm good. But if it's money, if it's a monetary amount, then it's already behind on the power curve.
Yeah, so it's at that point, like, I don't start blaming other people why I'm not successful. I blame myself on why I'm not successful. It could be my size, my hair, my weight, my look, my image, my resume. It could be a lot of things that I could change to filter the process and approaching me, getting that opportunity. And it's easy for people to point the finger at somebody else on why they don't have and why they have not had. But if you look at yourself and take a moment and look in the mirror, it's you. Is it something that you didn't want to deal with, or you going through denial? But it seems like most of the time it's us. You know what I'm saying? Because
where was Emmy?
Oh, wait, because like I said earlier, when you sign up for a job, the job does not have you sign papers or an agreement to say that this job is supposed to make you happy. When you get off work, you validate your dreams by using your money to validate your dreams. To go for, I don't care if you want to make baskets, make purses, have a boutique, silkscreen t-shirts, have a sneaker line. Everything is a process, but if you're persistent, it's going to fall into place in your behalf. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, another phone call. You scared? You scared?
Light it up. I ain't scared. I like that combo.
Yeah? He was getting it in, huh? Oh, just go ahead and talk to him for a minute, you know. Filter. Yeah, we have this phone, and Miss Fancy filters the calls, and then she pops them in. So at the end of the day, that's part of radio. You know what I'm saying? And check out my man Paul Cruz. He's on that new movie with, what's his name?
The Rock?
The Rock, yeah.
I don't think anybody's ever heard of that guy. He's not that famous.
What? I was like, if I saw him, I'd probably hump his leg. I'm just saying.
Rampage.
Let's take it. Yeah, who's this?
This is Henry from Falls Church.
Who is this?
Henry from Falls Church.
Hey, Henry from Falls Church. How you doing?
I'm doing. I just finished a gig over with the orchestra over in Rockville, but then I heard your set. I wanted to tell you a couple of things. First of all, you're killing it tonight.
Thank you.
Secondly, about Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm in total agreement with you because my thoughts on it are this. Yes, there is the darker side of that holiday that used to be a holiday that's been taken away from us by retailers and people that are greedy and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the point is, you can see a light out of the darkness, basically. In other words, getting beyond the negative aspects of the day and what basically takes around and the false history that we've been taught.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big giving thanks, like you said, to family, to the fact that you're alive, you know, that you're hopefully within in a community, a supportive community. But really, every day should be Thanksgiving.
That's right.
I wanted to sum it up. I mean, in that regard, every day should be. It's just that, they designated that one day for it, but one should be able to break bread and, solve issues any day.
Hey, caller, tell me what you're thankful for.
What I'm thankful for?
Yeah.
I'm thankful for friendship. I'm thankful for having been blessed with parents that raised me right, that I miss very much. There's not a day goes by that I don't think about them. So the fact that I don't have an immediate family right now means that I try to channel it in a different way on Thanksgiving. I try to exude something which, participate. That sort of thing. But I'm grateful for friendship. I'm grateful for friends that I've made in the last 6 years in places that I never dreamed that I would actually have the opportunity to go.
Cool. We appreciate
sorry
you.
that was long-winded.
That's all right. We appreciate you.
But I wanted to send it out. And also, as a postscript, let's keep on fighting in 2018, the good fight. If you see where I'm coming from. And I think everybody out there that's listening, that's aware, knows of what I'm talking about.
That's true.
I'm going to keep on fighting the good fight because things are getting crazy. And I'm trying to do my part of getting involved with it, as best as I can. But we can't slow down. We have to keep the momentum up.
All right, babe. Well, thank you so much, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays and blessings to you and everybody in the studio.
Thank you, babe. All right.
Peace.
Peace. It's the Holla Back Show here on WPFW 89.3 FM. So, 60 things that you could be thankful for. Watch me do it. Good health, money in the bank, good friends, freedom of religion, your parents, Weekends. Be thankful for weekends. What? Having a partner. Being in a romantic relationship can teach you so much about the world and yourself. I don't think so. I don't know, like, doing it in the bed has nothing to do with the world, but we're going to leave that alone. Pets. Be thankful for your pets. Learning from your mistakes. I can do that. Opportunity to get an education, most definitely. So many people do not. Having a home, an ability to read. Some people can't read, I'm just saying. Breathing fresh air. I never knew the air was fresh in the city, but okay. A bed to sleep in, most definitely. Laughter, safety, and security. You're never safe. You just function until it happens. You got things you could do to help prevent, but cars. Be thankful for cars, sunshine, time. Although we often don't think there's enough of it, time is something we shouldn't take for granted, right? That's about that success we were talking about. Clean water. Clean water, Paul. That's what they said. Love. Books. Kindness of strangers. Be thankful for kindness of strangers. Campfires. Did you hear that one, Paul?
I haven't been camping in a while, so I mean I'm cool with it though.
Campfire. Pain. We're supposed to be thankful with pain.
Pain teaches us.
It says, without pain, it would be difficulty to appreciate life's joys. Art, holidays, freedom of speech. You still don't have freedom of speech because people don't know how to agree to disagree.
True.
So you still have to refrain from sharing or expressing yourself in fear that something can happen to you or your family.
I think people don't understand truly what that means too. The freedom of speech to express to the government, but then it gets misconstrued, and then people, because they don't understand, it falls either way, and it's like it's all or nothing, and it's like you're not framing the argument correctly, and I think that's where that freedom of speech falls.
Rainbows. Are you thankful for rainbows?
Oh, I am.
Tears.
And for my rainbow baby.
Oh, she coming. Michelle's coming. Waking up today. Indoor plumbing. Thankful for indoor plumbing. Okay. Wisdom that comes with age. Mountains. Eyesight.
No, you know what? That mountain. I'm gonna go back to mountains. I like that.
You like that one?
I don't like flat land. Have you ever been to Florida? There ain't nothing.
Ain't there?
Nothing.
Pretty much. Eyesight, grocery stores, and sunsets.
Yep.
Entertainment. Your mind. Be thankful for your mind. Employment. Diversity.
Absolutely.
Moon and the stars. How about moon and the stars?
I mean, yeah.
Electricity, air conditioning.
For real, air conditioning. My air conditioning went out this summer, man.
It was hurting. Oh. How about hearing? To be able to hear your loved one's voice is something that not everyone gets to do. True. Your children. You have the ability to learn. People willing to teach. Oceans. We're thankful for oceans. Modern medicine. Music. Now that modern medicine, that's a little touch and go, because I have a good friend of mine that cancer just came back, and with all these nonprofits collecting money for cancer research and all that, and some people are healed and some people can't even get the support. So that's a question mark there. We're losing too many people. I mean, that's another show. Music, entrepreneurs, warm clothing, freedom to vote. Now this is the thing about the freedom to vote. You have the freedom to vote, but still they hacking into it, so does your vote really matter? If they're able to manipulate to say who's going to win? I mean, seriously, so that's a big one too. Internet connection. We're thankful for internet connection. That's part of the problem.
So are the hackers, yeah. Challenges,
hiking trails, vaccines, and the armed forces. Number 60. See that? Look, armed forces.
There it is.
I'm just saying. So, my question to you is, real quick, before we do this music break and then we'll be back, we're going to talk to you about your whole aesthetics of cosplay and that other side of you when we come back, okay?
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's WPFW 89.3 FM. We're about to get down with Miss DJ Candy Crush. She about to give these people what they've been waiting for, so we'll be back. All right? Holla. Yo, it's WPFW 89.3 FM. It's the Holla Back crew here. This is the week of Thanksgiving. We were in discussion of what you're thankful for. We were in discussion of a little history being disseminated, not properly, but how we now take on Thanksgiving is cool beans with me. Because that's my time where I can cook and celebrate family, reach out to people if I choose to, sleep, fart, whatever, and be thankful for it. Right, Paul?
All day.
All day. Like, a couple of things before we get to Paul. This joint says, I am thankful for dishwashers. I'm not doing the Gilmore Girls. Fireplaces. Local farmers markets. Slow cookers. Wine, coffee, pillows, chocolate. Food delivery. The snooze button. Caller ID. The healing power of music. Wool socks. Family vacations. Snail mail, taxis, babysitters who also clean up. I mean, it's so many things that you could be thankful for. I think that if we want to win the fight of the old bad history of where Thanksgiving came from, maybe if we turn that into celebrating life, not forgetting with the real history, but how we've changed it and made it better. What do you think, Paul?
I think that, like, when you think about it, it's one day that even though we don't get a lot of chance to spend that time with each other, you're getting a time off. So that time is allocated for you to get that. I think we should be thankful for it. Yes, you should be thankful every day.
Yeah.
And yes, there's a bad history attached to certain things, but why can't you turn a negative into a positive?
True.
If somebody invites me over to eat in their house, I'm going to say, let's go eat some food.
Let's go eat. Yeah, baby. As long as it's not a stranger.
And I get the day off, and I get to eat. Let's do it.
Tell me something. Let's talk about you and your cosplay and your businesses real quick. Share with the world, dude. Share with the world.
We're ready to go.
Okay. What's up with you guys in cosplay? You guys look really cute in your costumes. You really take them seriously. I love it.
Well, I appreciate that. Like, yeah, so me and my wife, we do cosplay. Like, if you find me on Instagram, it's as per crusual. My cousin actually would probably die if he heard that I said that out loud, because it started as a joke, and I totally stole that hashtag and then used it as my name. So, but anyway, we kind of got started into it just because it's something that we enjoy, and my wife, she's a very good artist, so she actually handcrafts her stuff. She has a full Wonder Woman costume she made from hand. Like,
wow.
So she was one of the finalists at a costume contest for the Northern Virginia Comic-Con. It was first of its kind.
NovaCon.
So the NovaCon, which I think they're now the All-Star Comic-Con, but that's a different thing. But that's happening, I think, in like April or sometime like that. But she handmade the stuff, and so I said, hey, look, we've got, not only do you enjoy doing this, but like I enjoy doing this, we can turn that into a business. So that was one of the first things we did. We actually started buying, selling, and renting high quality costume stuff, and it worked for a little while, but the website was a little tough to manage, and we started not wanting to get rid of the merchandise. We wanted to keep it. We kept making all these things, and we're like, hey, let's go to this convention, and we don't really want to sell it. So yeah, we just turned the focus. We never look at anything as a failure. It was something that it succeeded for a while, and then when it just transitioned into something else.
That's it.
So that's what we do. We put our effort. We just change the effort. What is it turning into now? What is it morphing into? It's ever evolving. That's how I look at it. So I'm thankful for that.
You're a man with many hats, from a business analyst to a consultant to social media guru to marketing, graphic designs, and you're also a U.S. Army veteran. So you took leaving one situation and making it big, you know what I'm saying, and revamping yourself. And I think one of the things that we should all be grateful for is that we have the platform and the opportunity to revamp ourselves. If we get in trouble, get incarcerated, you come out, you can revamp yourself. You get out the Army, military, you have an opportunity to revamp yourself. You lose your job, thought that was the creme de la creme, but it wasn't. It wasn't for you. You get to revamp yourself. So maybe if we take those negatives or those and make it it may be better for all of us. That's something we can be thankful for, right? Was that corny, Paul?
No, not at all.
That was like a little Hallmark moment I was having. Sound like a commercial, didn't it?
A little bit. Are you getting paid to say that? Did you get paid? Where's the sponsorship?
I'm good at what I do. It's been several years I've been doing this.
Well, let me know who your sponsor is. I'll get in.
I'm my own sponsor.
See, that's a true entrepreneur right there.
They say folks are now thankful for snow days, Saturday mornings, belly laughs, Really good co-workers. I've never had really good co-workers, so I cannot agree with that. Pretty stationary. Instant oatmeal. A really good hug. Some people are really grateful for really good hot sauce. Grateful for hot sauce. I can do that.
Tabasco.
I can do that. Is that the sriracha too? Is that the same thing? That's okay. Okay. Well, the stuff is still hot. Peppermint gum. Yeah. Some songs that they can hit the spot on repeat. Candles that make your home smell like the holidays. A new puppy. Some people are grateful for spell check. The hours between
I just wanted
8
to
and
finish
10
up
p.m.
this
when everyone is asleep and the house is quiet. Okay.
video.
Between 8
Got
and
like
10? Where do they live?
Some people are grateful for air fresheners.
8 minutes.
Chocolate cereal with coconut milk. Some people
I don't want to cut it off until it's done. Otherwise, it'll stay recorded for the next 2 hours.
Fall leaves and changing colors, vacations, headphones on the subway, fresh
Okay, 8
cut
minutes will be done.
flowers, the healing power of music. I'm telling you, sit back, folks. We can be bitter and angry all day and blame somebody for why we ain't, moving on like we should or moving forward like we should. But like I was telling Paul, we gotta look at ourselves sometimes and own up in our role in situations of why we're not
the baby's
successful,
face? There it
and
is.
stop pointing the
Face.
fingers at someone else. Because ultimately,
Mouth, nose,
I
eyebrows.
have heard
It's
the
crazy.
best success stories, whether they're white people, black people, Latino people.
You just look at that and grind
It
on
don't matter. It's people. It ain't nobody that's different from some. Everybody has the opportunity to get out of that hole and become the next success story for themselves. Nobody owes anybody anything as far as answer. Like, I don't have to answer to Paul about my success. He doesn't answer to me. You know what I'm saying? It just, we're happy for one another. You know what I'm saying? Let's take that negative, make it into a positive, and be thankful for every day we can celebrate life on this earth and wake up and kiss our family, pick up the phone, make decisions, feed ourselves, wipe ourselves. What else? Dress ourselves. We got one more caller before we close out. We're going to take this call real quick, and I'm going to have Paul respond.
Oh.
Yeah, Paul's going to take it.
Hello? Hey, Lady QM, I called in earlier.
Hey.
I did not say what I was thankful for.
Go for it.
Can I add what I'm thankful for and tell you I'm thankful for the memories because I can't get my mom back, but I love and hear her in my head every day.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a good
That's
one.
how you top it off.
That was a really good one.
That's just like dropping the mic and walking away.
Yeah, I mean, yep.
You know what,
Really
babe?
top it after that.
You can't.
My mom said that.
You just drop the mic and walk away, dude. That's it. It's
that was it. No, I know how that is. That's exactly it.
That's it. So tell everybody how they can reach you for your services and campaigns and check you out and all that good stuff.
So if anybody wants to read, I'm doing stuff for different people. So a friend of mine is he's running for office. So VoteMcDanielJr.com. You can check that out. So Ronald McDaniel Jr. 2018. I'm doing some of the stuff for him. So I've been doing some stuff for Venus Comic Shop and Union Station. So I did some stuff for them. It's just some marketing material. But if anybody wants to reach me directly, you can check www.donoyet.com, DONOYET. Or you could just go on YouTube, and if you typed in Don't Know Yet, you'll probably just pull up my channel. On Instagram, I do a lot of my networking through Instagram. So if you can just type in as per crucial, instead of as per the usual, it's just my last name. But I mean, really, just type in hashtag Don't Know Yet somewhere. I've just pretty much procured that as my own thing. I tried to get rid of it, and it didn't go away, so I embraced it. So now it's just a thing. It is what it is. So if you type in Don't Know Yet somewhere around, it's going to pop up. So you will find me. And if you don't see me yet, you're going to see me soon. So that's how I look at it.
That's Don't Know Yet. That's DONO Yet.com. I was checking out Psychology today, and one of the things piggybacking off our wonderful listener that just dropped the mic, number 9 on their list is being thankful for when your parents are telling you how to run your life. Be thankful that you still have them around. If you're no longer with you, take a moment to be thankful for the time you had with them. I'm telling you, when you sit down with your loved ones for Thanksgiving dinner, be thankful for everyone and everything that makes it possible. Look your family and friends in the eye and express to them the gratitude for sharing wonderful time with them. I mean, it's a lot to be thankful for. So let's listeners, let's just reprogram ourselves. It can start with us. Be thankful that you can read. I'm just saying, be thankful that you're growing older.
What did MJ say?
It
starts with the person in the mirror, right?
Man. In the mirror.
That's it.
Look in the mirror. We can easily point fingers. We can say it's everybody's fault. But one thing I've learned in the history books, the way that people are acting and reacting now, it's not because they know their history. They're reacting off of something else. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's misleadership, misguidance, not enough information disseminated, poor education. So the reaction of what we know, you and I know from our history, and the youth that are younger than us, it's not the same. Take time to speak to your kids, your young adults. Tell them to put down the phone for a minute and let's have some family time and let's talk. You know, fix the posture. Everybody's leaned over and got like humps in their back because all they're doing is kneeled over on these devices and stuff and don't know how to communicate with family members. Tap into that. We were at the restaurant, so a whole entire family sit at a table and everybody pulled out their devices and no one was how can you even enjoy that meal? I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I love and appreciate you all here. Here on the Holla Back Show, you got me, Noodles, DJ Candy Crush, Paul Cruz, Miss Fancy, and most definitely Miss Jada. And she's awesome. Grandma, our late grandma gave her that name, Miss Jada. The day before she passed away, Jada was a little thing. She said, I love you, Grandma. And Grandma said, I love you too, Miss Jada. That was it. So we always called her Miss Jada. Celebrate life. Smile. Call someone and tell them you love them. Stop texting. Call. Pick up the phone. Just like you did it here, you can do it there. All right, Paul. You rock. Had a wonderful time with you today. God bless you. I look forward to working with you. Well, WPFW listeners, is now approaching 12 midnight, and we're about to hear some of that beautiful African music. I'm just saying, it's so soothing. I'm just saying, love one another. I'm just saying, stop thinking too much. It's really not that deep. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, let's just put 2 and 2 together and make 4. That's better math than 2 and 2 and make 0. Somebody said that to me, and I was totally lost. Love y'all. Until next time, I holla. If you want to join the crew, well, you must see me. You can't holla back. Picking up the mic, man, don't know what to say.
Oh, hey, this music right here?